Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Your time is 6:52. Time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday with the Morning Sprint. Derek has breaking news about the Johnson & Johnson vaccine this morning. And Esther Bauer is live near I-90 where new ramp meters could impact your commute. But first to Mark Peterson with a windy Tuesday forecast.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. In our first alert weather, we've already had winds to 28 miles an hour. We're going to see those winds continue. In our back to school planner, yeah, it's going to be sunny, but it's going to be windy as well. 51 at noon. The high today, 54 degrees. We continue to see, again, those winds fire up into Wenatchee to 26 for us, 17, 19 into Coeur d'Alene. Now, here's the forecasted winds. It's going to be here all morning and into the afternoon. We're going to see as the sun sets, then the winds are going to die down and it's going to warm up. We're going to have a look at what you can expect in that planning forecast, including your weekend, coming up in just a little bit.
Breaking news this morning about Johnson & Johnson's COVID-19 vaccines. Federal health agencies now calling for an immediate pause in its use in both the U.S. and Europe. 6 recipients developed a rare blood clotting disorder within 2 weeks of vaccination. All 6 recipients were women between the ages of 18 and 48. One died and another was hospitalized in critical condition. While the move by the FDA is only a recommendation, the federal government will immediately pause administration of the vaccine at all federally run vaccination sites. 3 Washington counties are being moved back to phase 2 of the Roadmap to Recovery plan. They failed at least 2 of the metrics needed to stay in phase 3. Those are Cowlitz, Pierce, and closer to home, Whitman County. A lot of attention in Whitman County has been directed at Washington State University. Under phase 3, you can gather with a group of up to 50 people outdoors, but about a week ago, the university worked with the Whitman County Public Health Department to get an emergency health order, which reduced that gathering number down to 10. Pullman police have already given warnings to people violating that recent health order. They've had 19 reports of violations since April 2nd. Police Chief Gary Jenkins says 7 verbal warnings were given to people exceeding those gathering limits. All but 3 of those reports were on College Hill.
Well, Spokane drivers are having to adjust to new ramp meters here at I-90 and Walnut. And what you need to know as you head to school or head to work is when traffic is heavy like it is right now, drivers are encouraged to stop at a red light, wait for the signal to turn greens, and that means it's safe to merge onto the highway. Crews will be out monitoring these new meters all day.
New this morning, these little girls who were dropped over a border wall in New Mexico last month are now closer to reuniting with their parents. Border Patrol says it has released them from custody after holding them for 13 days. That is more than the 72-hour legal limit. The agency says the kids are in good health. Ecuadorian officials say the girls' parents are in New York and have been in touch with their daughters. The Capitol police officer killed at the building earlier this month will lie in honor in the Capitol's rotunda today. Officer William Evans died April 2nd when a man rammed a vehicle into a barricade at the Capitol. Once his casket is carried into the Capitol, President Biden and congressional leaders will speak. Members of Evans' family are expected to be in attendance. Evans served on the Capitol Police Force for 18 years. A Spokane woman found murdered in her own garage. Her youngest daughter almost killed as well. The 5-year-old made it through surgery. Now she is in the ICU and in critical condition. The attack happened Sunday. Her friends tell us the mother's name was Cassie Dewey. A neighbor heard a car left running in a closed garage. First responders found a man half conscious near the vehicle. They also found Cassie with what police call clear traumatic injuries. And the 5-year-old still alive but badly hurt. More than 36 hours later, Spokane police won't release the man's name. He is still at the hospital and not under arrest. Cassie Dewey was a mental health technician who worked at Eastern State Hospital.
Well, another night of curfew in a suburban Minneapolis town ends this morning, but overnight, chaotic moments as demonstrators took to the streets again in protest of a police officer who shot and killed 20-year-old Dante Wright during a traffic stop. Now, the police department says the latest deadly shooting might have been an accident, but that's an explanation Wright's parents say they just can't accept. Wright's father exclusively telling Good Morning America this morning, "This officer has been on the force for 26 years. I can't accept that." That explanation fueling protesters around the nation and the Northwest last night. Good Morning America continues our coverage of these demonstrations in just a few minutes.
Also coming up on Good Morning America, the trial of Derek Chauvin is moving into the next phase this morning. The prosecution prepares to rest its case following emotional testimony from George Floyd's brother. And now the defense gears up to present its case to the jury. Again, that's expected to start today. We'll be right back with a final check of weather after a quick break.